Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello, hello. Woo, guys. Man, last 7 days. Wow, they've been they've been rough for me. But I need to send some huge thank yous to everybody that reached out, checked on me, helped keep me lifted, sent all the woosahs and blessings I needed, and I literally needed every single one. I literally needed every single one. I came back today. It was looking a little skeptic if I was going to make my meta message, but everybody just kept saying, well, everybody on my team was like, Hershey, you're going to get to your meta message today. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But man, if it wasn't for the ones that just intentionally stopped what they were doing and reached out to me these last 7 days since Halloween, guys, wow. I would probably be in a pretty negative space right now. So I am so grateful to those that did that for me. Like, you guys made me stay focused. You kept me positive. You kept me lifted, and I thank you for that so very much.
Hershey,
So
Deborah says that you're muted. Is that true?
I'm muted. Can you not? Can y'all? Can
I
you hear
I
me?
can hear I can hear you.
Can every? Can anybody? Am I muted to anybody else? I don't see any mute buttons on. I am so.
Turn your hearing aid up, Deborah.
Okay, Fleck, Teresa, Michelle, can you guys hear me? Nancy, can you guys hear me? I don't see any mute buttons.
Like can
Can
hear.
hear. Okay, TT, check your buttons. Oh, you know
You
what I
need
got?
anybody to push them? I can.
Man, you guys, it's been it's been I got to do a couple of lives while I was on location at my godmother's house, and I'm glad that was kind of like my peace, my peace from the stress and the chaos. TT, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I feel like one of those old ass commercials. Um, but I came back home today to some wonderful lifted energy. Um, the very first one that I got. Yes, I'm glad you got it. Good. Was from everybody's favorite stash, Mr. Tarot Stash, Gerald himself. Gerald, I I don't know what to say. I mean, I was talking to my brother. I had just walked in. I did not expect to see what was in the love box that he sent my way, and guys, it couldn't have been it couldn't have been any more needed at the exact moment that my eyes were laid upon it. You guys look at this. Oh my god. So let's see if I can do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, I can do this. Okay. Let's hope I can do this. It's really hot too. Right now it's hot. Okay. Ah! Ooh, he showed out, right? Oh my god, it's so perfect. And then So we were on a live last week, and when somehow it was the root work part 2, and a deck had came up. So there's a deck that I got the wonderful, awesome opportunity to work with when I was staying at my auntie's house, and I had the wrong artist and author. Oh, I know, isn't it perfect? It's so me. But anyway, I thought it was Denise Lynn, but it's Carolyn Miss. But anyway, it's the archetype deck. So this was what I was expecting, the only thing to be, but Gerald blessed me with this perfect Santa Muerte stash cappuccino cup that I couldn't wait to start sipping in. So I had to have it for this live. So this deck, guys, for those of you that were in the root work live, this deck, I went through a few dark shadow moments while I was there in a safe environment at my auntie house, and I didn't think a tool like this existed. It was in my head, and I could journal it, and I could write it, and I could be the archetypes, and I could understand them from going through psychology classes. But when my auntie got this deck and I got to actually understand it, and I spent hours and hours and weeks, and then weeks turned into months that I got to work with this deck and understand it, I fell so in love with it. And it is such a deep, intricate, personal journey, healing, call you on your shit kind of deck that, like, I was missing it. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, my shadow work is not the same, not being able to put the characters and the archetypes together. And Gerald, man, I don't know if you'll ever see the playback of this, Gerald, but Gerald, thank you so very much. The other thing, when I got home that I wasn't expecting to be here was Cthulhu. So I won this in Terra Oracle's giveaway for his birthday. But when I say that this deck took a journey of its own, oh my gosh, I can't even describe to you, like, this beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous cryptid cool creature deck took a long journey to get here. So I got these. Well, the cup's a tool for me too, because I sip and I meditate with my cappuccinos and my coffees. So all very much a very big need in my life. So I am so grateful. I am so glad. They really boosted me up from such a huge, weighing, stressful family week. Like, I mean, some people understand dysfunctional families. Some people don't, because, they didn't grow up in it. They don't live it. But, that's all I knew as a kid was a dysfunctional family. And the biggest part of this side of my family is still very, very much in need of finding a better way. And it was very hard because I'm not there anymore. I don't live it. I've removed that negative from my life, and I don't live that way. I can't have it with my health, with my own peace of mind. And I was supposed to stay to tomorrow, but I just couldn't. I had to literally check out. So I am home a day early, and I probably would not have made it 6 days if it wasn't for each and every single one of you guys holding me up, lifting me, keeping me laughing, So, each and every one of you guys, thank you so very much from the very bottom of my little bitty teeny tiny Grinch heart. I thank you guys so very, 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 very much. And now that I have talked a blasphemous lot, Thomas, you talk for a minute. Go, show's yours. And then we will get into the function of the live. I'm sipping.
The little black kitten is Andy. She is maybe 6 weeks old. And it took about 4 days working with her to gain her trust. And I think I have it. She's on my lap and just purring.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh,
Well, Hershey is you're not alone in dysfunctional family
oh, I know. I know.
groups, and I know there's a lot of people, and it is coming up on a very triggering season for a lot of people, either being away from their families and not being able to be with them, or being with their families and having to endure them. So blessings, and all the best to people who have um, challenging family
Yeah,
relationships going on.
absolutely. We all deserve just 5 minutes. We deserve that for ourselves. Um, Mental illness, it affects us. I grew up surrounded by it, and as a person that has found more homeopathic or non-Western medicine ways for conventional mental issues that I have for myself. I'm not saying that I don't have them, but to see that much hurt and mental chaos that's constantly a hurricane going on in one's head that you really genuinely care about. I mean, she was my mom's best friend, and they loved each other as first college student roommates, and then more than that, best friends, and then best friends turned into sisters. And then I grew up with her kids, so all of us grew up together from like the age of 10. So, and I think I'm like 48 now. So, I mean, like pretty much my whole life, I've got memories of her being mom number two. It's hard. It's really, really hard. And guys, I'm so glad that I hopefully can help her get the help that she needs. And I'm glad that she reached out to me. I just, anybody going through it, guys, it's not easy, but I promise there's somebody that's willing to help you and somebody that's willing to listen and offer advice. So just reach out, talk to somebody, anybody, a stranger, a loved one, a counselor, a doctor, anybody. Don't hold it in. Don't beat yourself up when you have a mental illness. Talk to somebody, get help. You deserve that peace as well. So
So yeah, um, and then anybody who suffers from addictions on top of mental illness
absolutely.
and troubling family dynamics.
Yes.
Um, you know,
Absolutely.
I feel that you got a little blowback from the people that are closest to your godmother,
Yeah.
and see her every day, but
But I was
it's been a
prepared.
while since you've seen her, and you've got
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
objective lens on the situation, and um, the
Absolutely.
people closest to it just don't see it sometimes, or it was so gradual that they didn't know they were getting boiled in the pot with the frog.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, no. I'm not I'm the last person that can point fingers. I can't throw stones. I can't be judgmental. All I can honestly do is do everything that I spiritually and am able and capable of. And once I have done that, I know for me I can't do anymore. I literally come as far as I can. I am going to try to get her some counseling, if possible, or at least into um, some kind of somebody's attention to let them know that there is, something more going on and it needs to be addressed. So there is a few more stages and times I will be there, but it'll be after the holidays because there's, well, I don't think I could do a holiday. I don't think I could do it. I don't. And I'm just being honest with myself. I'm not trying to be mean or cold hearted or distant, but they're already hard on me because the ones that I know love me the most aren't here with me anymore, so they're already hard on me. So I'll get through it the best way I can, and she will too. But, thank you so very much for everybody. So I'm gonna try to get my mind focused on the meta message. Afterwards, after the message, I'm gonna let Thomas do a Terra, kind of like a collective for all of us. You guys know usually if I do the meta messages live, I usually just say type me and I do an individual one. But I have enough energy for one collective meta message. And afterwards, we can either just conversate for a little bit. I can kind of show off the two decks if you guys want to, or other than that, we'll probably end the live. So there's no guarantee on how long we'll be here, but we will not be taking any questions or doing any independent reads today. So I hope everybody understands. But they will continue next week as always. But let's go ahead and get this going. So for today, this beautiful Monday, I know that the last 7 was stressful for me. I'm sure it was stressful for you. I just want you to know that we made it. Whatever it took for us to get through, whatever we did the last 7 days, we made it. So with that note, everybody, hello. Hi, Gypsy JJ, Michelle, Linda, Nancy, TT. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow, you guys are here. There's so many. Thank you. Rogue, Teresa. Oh my gosh, who else have we missed? Am I missing anybody else? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Fleck. Seashells. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Is that everybody? I don't know. My phone's gonna start doing stupid shit in a minute if I keep going backwards. Okay, I can't go backwards no farther. It won't let me. I don't know if I missed anybody. Lord knows. I hope I did not. Let's hope I didn't. Let's hope I said hi to everybody. I've been watching Thomas kind of keep up with everything and everybody, so hopefully everybody understands and feels addressed. And, hello, we are here. We're here.
Hershey, why don't you embiggen yourself and put me off to the side, or that other view, while you give the meta message?
Is that this one?
That's that one.
Well, don't want to share the screen with me? Fine. Fine, don't. Messages come alive. Let's be let's see. May the message be clear. May the message be clear. May the message be full of love and light. May there be hope and stick around. May it show us one with no burdens bound. May it be, blessed be, open the doors so I may see. Blessed be, open the doors so I may see. Boy. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. This isn't so bad. Okay, this isn't so bad. It's not too bad. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. La la la, dum dee dum dum. Is that all of them? Like that's like a bunch. Okay, let's hope that's all of them. All right, guys. So they're starting us off with mindful group think, but it's in reverse. So have we been spending a lot of time like sharing our thoughts, talking about our thoughts, but not actually putting action into our thoughts? Possibly. And maybe this is the time that they realize that you don't really have what they would call idle hands yet, but you do need to stop so much talking maybe and actually start putting some pen to paper, start writing it out, typing it out, whatever you need to do. But we need to start actually putting our words to paper or to digital or whatever you want to call it. But we can only talk about it so much. I'm not saying like we've talked it to the ground or, any of that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we need to show, that's kind of like the kind of vibe I'm getting. We need to show it. Why do I feel like that? Because I feel like with it falling with the radical acceptance card, that's letting us know that it is time, that there is acceptance, that there are people that understand what you're saying, but they're ready to see it. They're ready to not necessarily have formed content, but they're ready to see where you're going to go with this because it's what they need. It's what they understand. You're saying it to a level of compassionate people, like-minded individuals, people that are trying to help you build this dream, people that are destined for you to grow, for you to glow, for you to understand what's going on. So for that to be part of your mind and what's going on up inside of there is definitely reason for you to like literally stop with the group thinking and start putting it into a plan, writing out goals, directions, destinations, writing it down so you don't forget what you're doing. If you don't write very well, type it out. There's all kinds of ways for everything. They also want you to understand that in your head, you've got something that is just driving you wonderfully that crazy with inspiration. You have got so much inspiration going on. You are holding on to this inspiration. You're allowing it to be your muse. You're allowing it to formulate the thoughts, the words, the details, every little piece of the colors, everything about it. You're allowing it to be its own inspiration. You're allowing it to come to life. The magical part of it is in luring to other people. That's why it came out with the shaman, the magical shaman, the mystical shaman, the part that it makes it alluring, the part that makes it want to be more. It's like when you draw a sigil or you draw a rune or you draw some kind of form of protection, a witch rune, a witch sigil, your own personal ones. If you communicate in a light language and you have figured out how to put that into visual form where it's not always sound form or voice form. You'll find a way. There's something about it, the way that it's tied. So there's something that's going to help you there. So definitely it's time to not stop thinking. It's just time to stop talking about it with everybody that is understanding and start showing people what it is what it is that you are creating, so that you can bring it and kind of drive it home and bring it in your heart. You got in our hearts, we got the farther gate, we got the caterpillar, we got the moon maiden, and we got the lower world. So in the lower world, to me, I'm just going to say that honestly, I feel like with it being right up under the farther gate, it's about a bold step into something that in maybe your head at one point, you might have even had a similar or a very, very small rational fear of something about the underworld or about something heavier, darker, or misunderstood by a mass population of people, but you no longer did, because you unlearned what you thought you knew and you relearned a better way, and you actually found that it fit you and it made your life easier, better, or it actually resonated with you and it brought some kind of joy into your life. And because of that, this is a big, bold step into you and your heart, knowing you better, understanding you on deeper levels. The caterpillar is there and it's showing you that you are changing, you are transforming and metamorphosing into something that you can't even begin to understand yet. You can't describe it. You can't see how beautiful your wings are going to be, what colors they're going to be. You can't see any of that because your transformation isn't quite complete yet. You still have something to do with this transformation, but this transformation is bringing this new beginning. This new beginning is about earning something as well, because you have put all of this work into you and you've brought it from your head and now into your heart. You are pushing it out into your hands and into the creativity part of the world that you want the world to see you back as. That's why artists put their best, their heart, they put their foot into it when cooks cook. You know what I'm saying? They are wanting the world to see what their hands created from direction and love in their heart and logical mind frames and plans and goals in their head. And when they come together, they create this wonderful thing. And because your mind is in a good spot and in your heart you're in a really good spot, it makes me very comfortable to understand why these four cards that are here for your hands are, there's nothing idle about them. You're keeping them very busy. Busy work sometimes is good, because those like me, and I get very distracted very easily. Not only do I get so much distracted that I have 99 projects going on, I got 99 irons in the fire going, and I can't tell you when I completed something, where I wrote it at, what book it's in half the damn time. It is madmony chaos half the time in my world. But I'm chaos, so I expect it and I'm used to it and I'm learning how to balance it. But what I see here is I see that obstacles is in reverse and it's right up under Rainmaker. I think that this is my first sign to let everybody know that our hands are ready. We're ready to receive and we're ready to give out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a left hand path. So when I receive with my left hand and I give, and not always in a monetary thing, I push it out, I release it, or I give it away to somebody else that it can benefit from. I am using my hands for positive. When I'm writing, when I'm journaling, when I'm etching, when I'm drawing, whatever I'm doing, I want to go back into painting. I haven't painted in over a year and a half, almost 2 years. But this is stuff that I love to do. And it keeps my hands busy to where I'm not doing something I shouldn't be doing. Too much smoking, too much negative, too much something. You know what I'm saying? Too much of something that's not healthy. I know I don't need it. And I know that I have healthy ways of keeping my hands busy. So I'm not doing the unhealthy things that keep me in a place where I'm not comfortable, I'm not happy, and I'm not me. So the lost compass upright is getting back to integrity, getting back to you, getting back to that healing moment where you decide that you're worth it. And now you're showing it. You're not, you're not as an automatic writer, get started with their circles or their squares or their whatever they do to open the channel. It's looks like scribble to most people, but to us that communicate and talk and understand that connection, those doors, the tweens in between, it's this, you know what I'm saying? It's that rhythmic balance that you find when you're creating or when you're crafting or when you're working with clay. You've got to move your feet a lot and you got to move petals and stuff, or when you're sewing and you got to do the needles, or people that like to type a lot, that's always typing. There's a rhythm sometimes with the way that they type. As an artist and a writer myself, I get it. I totally understand it. The stars in the sky, there's no limit. There's no limit. We put limits on ourselves and we don't have to anymore. And by the time we have realized this, now we have worked on our head, we are healing our heart, and our hands are proving to not just ourselves, but to the ones that need it, not to the ones that need to be recognized or validated. That's not who we're trying to reach, because those people have too much of their own work to work on. Remember, it's those like-minded people, it's your community, it's the ones that are helping you grow and glow, that you're sharing all of this with every single step. As you're learning your new drawing, as you're learning your new writing, your new keys on your piano or your keyboard, or your strumming, your drums, whatever it is that you're doing, letting that artist out and be expressive and doing that expressive energy. Keep doing it. I really hope that this message helps you guys. It will only be 7 days and we will be back and we will be doing this again. So I can't wait to see what everybody has to say, what they might be doing on the next one. Before I turn it over, Kelly, I seen and happy birthday to Moms is coming up, and everybody else that came in, Gypsy JJ and everybody. Hello, everybody. But that was the message that I got for you guys. And now I will turn it over to Thomas, and he will give you guys tarot. As soon as I figure out how to switch it over, I don't know how to do all this. So let me see this. How did I do this before?
You did it.
There we go.
So with their mystical shaman in there, that's a healing blessing to us all. Wishing the best of physical and mental health to all of us, and curing the body, mind, and soul. So I am reading from a new to me deck tonight, the Tarot of Oppositions by Pierluca Zuzzi and Michelle D'Alicio. I'm sure I butchered those names, but I really like the imagery of these cards. They've got images both reversed and upright. So we're going to start out, let's see, getting a big glare. We're going to start out with the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is nostalgia. And we don't want to get hung up in the past, but good memories are great to reflect on from time to time and keep us in a better mind frame and spirit. But you got places to go and things to do, because the next card is the Eight of Cups reversed. And so you're picking up something new and you're moving head on into this new challenge for you. And it can be a scary time. It can be an exciting time. and it looks like a passion project that's going to come up for you, and it may be something new that you had never thought about before. And then to end off, we have our Page of Cups, and it's our suit of love and emotions. So our Page of Cups, you get that youthful energy back in your life, and you see love as fresh and young, and not with all the things that life can bring as baggage into relationships. So that's a great place to be in. And if we're doing our final outcome, well, we've got our Ace of Swords, and so we're gonna take charge of our lives, and we're gonna clearly speak and communicate and make relationships better between us and our loved ones. And that's what I have. Well, Hershey is glad. I'm glad to have you back.
Yes, I came in the door. I ran straight to the. I ran straight to the shower. I cleansed everything, literally from the tippy top of my head all the way to the bitty bottoms of my feet. I was just like everything, all the negative, all the just go down the drain, just go away. So, oh man, it feels so good. It feels good to be in my little area. It's not much, but it's my little area, and it feels good. It feels good. Wonderful.
So let's see. I think you've got another root work. Is that Thursday coming up with Gerald and the ladies?
This week. Let me see. Today is the 6th, right? No, I have our live Wednesday. And then I have Thursday is questioning. I'm questioning Thursday. I'll let everybody know on Thursday. And then Friday on the 10th, I have at 3 p.m. I have Jans that I'm doing with Gerald. But I don't think. I think if we do number 3 or series,
Probably in December.
I would say it'll probably be in December, but honestly I don't know. It was so crazy last week. I didn't have time to do any kind of scheduling. I just, it was really hectic. It was really hectic, but I made it. So I got tons of emails to answer. I got thank you cards or messages to deliver to everybody. Next couple of days are going to be busy, but I can leisurely keep my feet up and do this right here in the comfort of my safe zone. What about you? What do you got coming up?
I've got nothing this week. I made a mistake. Saturday I had something scheduled with Jane, but I didn't even look at my calendar all week long. And my the way that money worked out, I had my physio massage Saturday evening, and I was just like, just so relaxed after that. And then about 8:15, I got on.
Look at creep.
And I saw the message on the computer that says I was supposed to be on a live with Jane at 8 o'clock, and we both sort of missed the ball on that. She had forgotten about it as well. So it actually worked out well. I save a little of my face.
Oh man, I wasn't laughing at you. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Creep, and then I read Michelle's message, and I'm just like, oh, I can't even hold it in. I'm so sorry. I couldn't even hold it in. She's like, I'm over here waiting.
She'd be sorely disappointed. There's nothing to play with up
Creep,
there.
you behave, little girl. Creep, stop that.
And she jumped.
We were waiting on it to be like on your head or something. Not that I'm wishing you any harm, I swear to God, but like that would have just been the highlight of my life to see Creep go, "Hey, Daddy." Art Familiar is great.
Yeah. Of course, Steve doesn't know that I've adopted a house cat, but she's, she came trained. She hasn't had any accidents in the house, and as soon as I go out for a cigarette, if she needs to relieve herself, she goes in the soft dirt by the banana plant.
Oh, excuse me. That is so good that she's housebroken, so to speak. It's wonderful.
She just found the joys of cardboard boxes tonight. So I have two boxes on my bedroom floor under a table, and she was having fun jumping in and out and scratching on the lid flaps, and it's fun to see them discover things. And then the mirror underneath the Monopoly. The other night she got up there and she was walking, and she noticed this other black kitten, her reflection in the mirror, and oh my God, she puffed up and arched her back and was swatting at the mirror. And
oh, that's wonderful. I bet that was hilarious watching her. Cats and like when they're kittens and when puppies, well, even dogs full grown, when they walk past mirrors, I just love it. Like it's the cutest shit ever. It's the cutest shit ever to me, but I find humor and blessings and all of that in the weirdest, oddest things. They just bring me so much joy, and that I would have been tickled pink.
yeah, she brings a lot of joy. To watch her go out and interact with the leaf on the patio, or just make a game out of everything. I mean, she's it's like watching little kids discover,
empty Dorito bag.
themselves.
Tape it closed and then cut holes in it. Oh yeah, like where they can just like crawl in at like a little safe place. I've seen people actually do that. Like, why spend money on toys when you can literally get a box and they will be in heaven?
She's so small that in the winter I'm gonna put a styrofoam cooler outside for her in case she doesn't come back after a smoke break, that she can have something insulated to crawl into. Right now I've got one that's like a double six pack on the bottom, six pack that stacks. So it's deeper than it is big.
Right.
She'll jump into that and curl up and, just find a peaceful spot to be.
Good. I am glad of that. So, well, guys, I think we are gonna call it, and I definitely need a cigarette, and I need to roll up and smoke and put my feet up and just do some mindless stuff. And then I will start my day fresh tomorrow with a good attitude, a good night's sleep, and just knowing that I get a chance tomorrow to do something brand new. And I deserved it and I earn it. So, and it doesn't have to be monetarily value either. It's just, you get a brand new day. So, I'm going to take advantage of that brand new day. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hopes and blessings to all.